Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're here our first live Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon OU Wifi battle on the channel. Let me quickly go ahead and show off the team that we're bringing. We have Zapplate, Taunt, Tapu, Koko right here. Defensive Leftovers, Landorus-T, Specs, Battlebond, Ash, Greninja, Scarf, Special, Victini, Icium Z, Kyurem-Black, which I'm kind of hoping to feature in today's battle, so hopefully we'll get to use that. And then finally we have our Assault Vest Magearna right here. So we're facing the Grim Gengar from the comment section. If you guys do want to battle me, be sure to go ahead and check out the description and send me a friend request on Discord. My Discord will be down there. But I'm going to go ahead and lead off here with my Victini, just because his only best anti-leads are the Ditto and the Medicham to fake out. If it has Scarf Ditto, he can U-turn out with that, and maybe he can bring in something to threaten me. But yeah, that's going to be our lead, and I'll be right back once the battle begins. Alright, so we're going to lead off with our Victini right here, as he's going to lead off with the... Let's see, he leads off with the Medicham as we expected, so he's going to go right for the fake out, I'm assuming turn 1. Now, my play definitely here is to just U-turn out. I can U-turn out into my Landorus-T, and I definitely think that is just our best play right now. So we're going to go right for the U-turn right there and see what exactly he wants to do. He clicked his move very fast. I'm assuming it was just a fake out. That's at least what I would click, so let's go ahead and see what he would do right now. Maybe he just went right for the attack. Maybe he's going to make a hard prediction of me going into my Medicham right here. So he did go right for the fake out. That's totally fine. The thing is, we do speed tie, so you might not expect me to be Choice Scarf even if I do outspeed right now. So we're going to go right for the U-turn again. I don't care if he switches out because we will get switch initiative. And he might expect me to be like a V-Create or something. That actually did quite a bit of damage, so he's going to find out that we're offensive. Obviously all Victinis are offensive, but he might be expecting that Z Celebrate set that a lot of people tend to run on the ladder right now. So let's go ahead and go right for the U-turn. I like Medicham jumping with that, but we're going to U-turn out, definitely bring in our Landorus-T. With the Intimidate, if he goes for a high jump kick or Zen Headbutt, I know we should be able to take an Ice Punch immediately after, and he might make a hard prediction and try to read that. So he's actually going to switch out. I guess he did trying to scout for Scarf V-Create, but he's going to go out into the Ditto and copy my Victini. Now, I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do against this thing, because we're going to get a neutral U-turn off. It's not going to do a ton, because obviously we are at special set, so we go right for the U-turn right here, and we get out of there. We actually get a pretty big crit. That could actually put him in range of Shuriken, depending on how many hits we get. So, right here we have a few plays. I don't want to go hard Kyurem-Black. He knows my set, so he's going to have U-turn, Blue Flare, Bolt Strike, and what was my fourth move on Victini, actually? It was Dazzling Gleam, so he knows entire set. I can go Kyurem-Black right here if I want to. I kind of like that play, to be honest. I know we'll live a Dazzling Gleam, and we're going to go here into our Kyurem-Black right here. Kyurem-Black's going to come out, and we pretty much just have to make a prediction right now. So, looking at his team right here, what do I think is likely to come in? Let's go ahead and see what he has. He doesn't have good Icium Z switch-ins. Actually, he has 0. Do I think he's in range of Icium Z? Definitely. I'm going to go for the Z move right here. I'm going to power up our Z move and go right for the Sub-Zero Slammer. And, well, like I said, unless he crits me, we will take the Dazzling Gleam right here and hopefully fire off a Z move right now. So, let's see what exactly he tried to do right now. He could just Blue Flare for damage. I guess if he's really expecting me to stay in, he would go for Dazzling Gleam. But it could always also be Scarf. I know this is going to be Scarf Ditto, because every Ditto should run Choice Scarf. But if he switches out here, we're just going to get a knockout. It's that simple. Because nothing on his team wants to take an Icium Z boosted free shock right now. So if he switches out, we get a kill. If he stays in, I'm pretty sure we get a kill too. He should go down at the percentage he is at. And if not, then we're probably going to have to switch out after that, because no way I'm letting my Kyurem-Black go down when he has very few answers. Even Chansey doesn't really want to take a free shock. We can even charge up a free shock if we want, and then go right for the Icium Z. But I love Kyurem-Black's cartridge sprite. I just love it so much. I've loved it since UCL when I saw Joey use it. He does go for the Dazzling Gleam. We should live this just fine, as we do, and we're going to fire off a nice Icium Z attack right here, which is pretty much the plan from the beginning. And right when I saw it from Team Preview, he had 0 switch-ins to this, so we're going to power up our Icium Z, and let's see whether or not we knock him out. He is obviously offensive since he is a Ditto, so we go right here for the Sub-Zero Slammer. Beautiful animation right there. We're going to fire off that Ice Beam from the sky, and this should knock him out, I think. This is super strong, and we do knock him out right there, even though it is not very effective. So we get our kill with Kyurem-Black, and that's pretty much all I wanted from this mon. So that's pretty great. I'm curious to see what he brings out next. Probably the Medicham, and I think he has to go for Ice Punch or High Jump Kick. We might actually live an Ice Punch, but now that Victini's, well, I guess Ditto is out of the way, not Victini, we should be able to sweep with stuff like Koko late game. He doesn't have good answers to that. And what we can actually do is taunt the Chansey if it ever comes out, just to prevent it from soft-boiling, and then we can Volt Switch out of there. So that's kind of the plan. I'm curious to see what he goes out into now, though. I would guess Medicham. I did not take a picture of his team at the beginning, unfortunately, but that should be fine since we can now view the team on the bottom screen. So let's go ahead and see what he decides to bring out right here. Either Medicham, maybe Slacking if it's Scarf Slacking and wants to go for like a return or something. Other than that, I'm not sure what the rest of his team is. Maybe Chansey if he just wants to throw off a Toxic too. That's definitely an option right here, but Kyurem-Black's just staring this player down. Look at that. But he goes out into the Slacking as we would expect. We will outspeed this thing unless it is Choice Scarf, and honestly, I'm just going to stand right here and go right for... Honestly, I think the Fusion Bolt's our best play. We'll find out what he is right now, and Fusion Bolt should do over half. I'm not sure how good Slacking's defense is. He is Scarf, and he goes right for the Scarf Retaliate. Very good play on his end, and that is going to knock out my Kyurem-Black. I love the Retaliate animation, that's really cool, but we go down right there, and now we have to choose another Mon to bring in right here. And honestly, I think that Mon is going to be my Landorus-T just to get up these rocks right now. Kyurem-Black did what it needed to and got rid of that Ditto, which was super nice. Let's bring out our Landorus-T right here, and then we can go ahead and click the... probably Ice Beam. Or, sorry, not Ice Beam, Stealth Rock. We're going to click Stealth Rock right here. He should have to Truant. I'm pretty sure he can switch out this turn. I'm not sure how Truant mechanics work, since obviously Slacking is not the most seen Pokemon in the OU tier. So let's go ahead and see what exactly he wants to do right here. But we're going to get up rocks no matter what right now, because if he stays in, he has to Truant, and if he wants to switch out, we get up rocks anyway. So this is a pretty ideal situation right now. Landorus is growling at him. And, have you ever realized how big Slacking's nose is? Just look at that thing. It's like stuck on his face. But let's see what exactly he wants to bring in right now. Slacking's a really cool Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it has like base 160 something attack, which is just insane to think about. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but we're going to switch out right here, and he actually goes out into the Xatu. He had the Xatu, and this is going to Magic Bounce my hazards back. That was definitely something I should have taken into consideration. We're going to see a Xatu use Stealth Rocks right now, though, so that's cool. He gets up the Stealth Rocks right here, and that's pretty bad. What's weak to Marox on my team? I'm pretty sure we have Victini still alive, and that's going to be pretty bad. I should have checked this team first before I actually made that play. So the question is right here. I'm just going to go for the U-turn. We might outspeed, depending on how bulky he is. We have minimal speed investment, but if he is completely defensive, we should outspeed this thing and U-turn out. And then I have to figure out what I want to bring out then. Probably Tapu Koko, I would guess. And then just fire off a Thunderbolt. I'm going to be more careful next time, because that was a pretty bad mistake. I should have expected Xatu, but either way, my Victini is still a nice win condition. We do outspeed, as we said, so this is probably not going to do anything because he's probably going to be a bulky set. It has a Rocky Helmet, and potential moves he can go for, maybe Psychic, maybe HP Ice. Anything is potential right here. I can also go Magearna. We're going to make the Magearna play and just Volt Switch out. He could just be that Roost set, but I'm hoping that this is actually a slow Volt Switch when you come in right here, because... he does go for the U-turn, actually. Good play. Now he's going to get in his Medicham for free and pretty much just get a knockout. So he goes right for the U-turn right there. And I'm assuming Medicham's going to come in right now. And there's not much we can do about that. Assuming he can exit High Jump Kick. We could have teched Protect Magearna. I've actually seen that on the ladder a couple of times. But let's see what exactly he decides to do right here. If I were him, I would just go Medicham and click High Jump Kick. It's a guaranteed KO, I think. It might not be. I mean, we are max HP Magearna, so I'm not sure whether or not we live. I'm not going to bother calcing it. I don't really want to calc a ton in these Wi-Fi battles. We're just here to have some fun. So let's see what he decides to bring out right now. He goes out into the Slacking. What is this going to have to cover for coverage? Maybe a Fire type move? We're going to stay in right here and just go right for the Volt Switch. Because if we live a hit, then Magearna is actually going to be in a good spot to slow Volt Switch out right now. And I'm pretty sure it was Scarf Slacking based on the damage, based on the fact that he outsped my Kyurem-Black earlier. Scarf Retaliate for a Revenge Killer makes a ton of sense. Maybe he'll have Fire Punch, Earthquake, something like that. I'm pretty sure Slacking gets access to Earthquake, but even if he has it, that's totally alright. So Earthquake can come out right here, maybe Fire Punch. I'm not sure what exactly this thing gets. He just goes for a turn, that is resisted. So we're going to get an Amon for free, which is cool. And that does a ton of damage. Slacking is so strong. But we Volt Switch out of here, which is, I think, the more important part right now. And let's go ahead and bring in... We have several options, actually. We can bring in Koko, or we can bring in Victini. Or Landorus-T. I'm going to bring in Koko, though. Tapu Koko does very well right here. It will knock him out, I believe. Unless he's Assault Vest. But no, we know his Choice Scarf from earlier. So I think we might be fine despite our pretty big mistake with the Stealth Rock play that we made earlier. Let's check if he has any ground types. He does have the Amoonguss. I'm just going to Volt Switch out. He might not expect Volt Switch, but Amoonguss should definitely be his play right now. Especially if it is Spit F. He does switch out. Hopefully we see that Amoonguss right now. He actually sees Chansey, so that's definitely another viable option right now. And this gives me a free switch into whatever I want. And unfortunately, we kind of have trouble breaking through this since Kyurem-Black is now gone. We probably should have preserved our Z move for this, but it's alright. What we can do right here is just go out into our... I like Landorus right here. It's definitely a fine play, and he might just stay in, which is kind of what I'm banking on. So we get in our Landorus-T, which is great. And let's see what exactly we want to do right now. He could throw off a Toxic, or he could just go right back out into that Xatu. But pretty much my way of beating Chansey is taunting it and then just firing off some attacks. So I'm going to U-turn out, I think, and then try to bring back in my... He could just stay in, though. No, I'm going to Stealth Rock. I think you stay in right here every time. If you go Xatu, then good play, but I'm just going to Stealth Rock on the off chance he does not go back out into Xatu. Because if we get up rocks, that'll really help out the rest of my team, and it'll pressure Chansey every time it comes back in. So hopefully we can get in our Koko safely at some point against this thing, and then Thunderbolt it a few times, and then Taunt. That's pretty much ideal. But we're going to have a ton of trouble. So we did stay in, which is great, and I'm assuming he's just going to throw off a Toxic right now. Maybe we'll avoid it. Maybe we'll get some luck right here. He goes for the Thunder Wave, though. That's alright. I can U-turn out now into my Koko, which is exactly what I wanted. I guess he expected me to U-turn out, but that's alright. We're going to U-turn out here and then bring in Tapu Koko. And then we're going to throw off a Taunt, because I pretty much can't let this thing get any recovery at all costs. Hopefully he goes right for a Seismic Toss right here, or a Toxic over the... or a T-Wave, more likely, than the Soft Boiled, because I want this thing as weakened as possible. And pretty much we should be good to go, because what I can do is bring in Koko, go for the Taunt, and then Thunderbolt once, Volt Shout, and then bring in Landorus, and then Taunt will wear off, and we should be able to knock him out with Earthquake at that point. So that's kind of what I'm planning right here, and then after this thing goes down, Ash Greninja is a really good win condition. So we turn out, and let's see what exactly he decides to bring in. Well, let's see what we should bring in, more like it. So Koko was my obvious play. We're going to make that play right now. Just go Koko right here, and then we're going to throw off a Taunt. Come on, just go for S-Toss or T-Wave or something that's not soft-boiled. He does go for soft-boiled. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, so we're going to have to break through this thing somehow. He goes right for the soft-boiled right there. And I'm just going to go right here for the... I'm going to Thunderbolt first. I don't want him... I need to weaken this thing somehow. He might just go Chansey, though. And with the rocks up on my side of the field, this is going to be really annoying to break through. We might get stalled out by a Chansey, but if we make the plays correctly right here, we do go for T-Bolt. Hopefully he didn't soft-boil right away. He might have, who knows. He goes for S-Toss. That's probably best case, because even though we're taking damage, I just need Chansey weakened. So that did quite a bit of damage, actually. I guess we'll live on 9 on the next one, so... Taunt's definitely my play right here. And he might expect it. He should definitely expect it right here, but since we got our rocks up, I don't think he's going to be able to recover with Chansey at this point in the match, so... We'll see if he tried to soft-boiled up or whether he decided to make a prediction and go right for the S-Toss, which is exactly what he did. So good play on his part, for sure. And like I said, we did live on 9, so now we just go right for another T-Bolt right here. And where he's going to knock us out, I think, but we should have him in range of whatever we need right now. That did nothing because the terrain went down. Is Taunt going to wear off this turn? He's going to knock out my Koko right here, obviously. And pretty much I have to somehow knock this thing out now. Does Taunt stay? Taunt did stay, so we have to go Magearna. I mean, sorry, Landorus-T and Earthquake him twice. And if this Chansey recovers up right here, I think we just lose. So ideally Earthquake does pick off the 2-hit KO right now. We do get an Intimidate off. And maybe he'll switch out, who knows? But my play here is 1,000,000% Earthquake. We need this to 2-hit KO or else we just lose, because Taunt's going to wear off, and then... we won't have a chance in the match right now. But if this thing does go down, then we have a chance with our Scarf Victini. So let's see what he decides to do right here. Whether he wants to stay in and risk me knocking him out with 2 hits. Honestly, that's what I would do, because since the rocks are up, I don't think this Chansey is going to have a chance in this match. No pun intended right there. That was pretty bad. But we're going to go for Earthquake. Please pick up the 2-hit KO Landorus. He's going to switch out. Okay, that's probably better, because Chansey's not going to be able to recover at any point. He goes Xatu. That's totally alright. Like we saw earlier, we do outspeed this thing, and pretty much we're going to be playing a pretty offensive game from this point in the match, because... Do I want to predict the Chansey double? I think even if he doubles out into Chansey, he won't be able to recover up. So we're going to U-turn out right now, probably on our Roost. And then we actually do have Bolt Strike on our Victini, which is good, something to keep in mind. The problem is I can't let the what's it called? The Chansey come back in, because if Chansey comes back in, we lose. No matter what. So, ideally, how do we win this? Like I said, Scarf Blue Flare is a good option. I'm not sure if we need more damage on Medicham or not, or whether we knock that thing out at this point. That's definitely something I have to consider, but U-turn here is definitely my play. We'll outspeed as we saw last time, and he decided to stand this time, so I'll probably either a roost or an attack right here. We get some damage off. We see the Rocky Helmet. And right here, I'm just going to bring out my... I like Magearna, I also like Victini. We're going to go Victini. We have to start putting the pressure on at this point. There's nothing else we can do. So we go Victini right here, and we're actually a mixed set, I think, on this Victini. So he did go for a Roost. That's alright. And now we have to figure out what he wants to switch into a Bolt Strike. I believe Bolt Strike is what we should go for right here. Let's check his Pokemon one more time. He does not have a Bolt Strike switch in at this point, so... Well, actually, Thunderbolt, I guess, would be our best play, but... That's gonna give the Chansey a switch, and we have to U-turn out right here. I'm not sure if he's gonna stay into Scout or whether he's gonna switch out, but if we U-turn out right here, then we can bring in Greninja, and then we could potentially get Ash Greninja, which is kind of another good win con. I need Ash Greninja to knock out the Chansey, though. We have Hydro Pump on it, thankfully. I would usually run Surf, but ideally this knocks him out right now. Well, obviously this doesn't knock him out, but ideally we prevent the Chansey from recovering up. But we're going to U-turn out right here, and ideally what I meant was the Greninja can knock him out after this. I'm not sure what his coverage is. I'm pretty sure Xatu gets access to Dazzling Gleam, but since this is a defensive variant, I don't think he would have that. He's probably just a Roost, Toxic, some sort of status, either Toxic or T-Wave. Xatu does not get Will-O-Wisp, I don't think. It shouldn't get Will-O-Wisp, and hopefully he goes Chansey right here. That would be the best case scenario. He does switch out. Come on, go Chansey. He goes Amoonguss. Okay, that's pretty bad, obviously, because now we have to... Well, this could be worse, but we don't have a good amount to switch into this now. So we go for the U-turn, but what do I switch in now? With the rocks wearing us down, I honestly don't think we have a chance. We can go Magearna. It's not going to do a lot for us. We can go Landorus-T. Unfortunately, he's going to be able to Spore something because of the fact that we're going to go Greninja, and we're going to attempt to Dark Pulse flinch this thing down. That's our best play. We have to Dark Pulse flinch. I'm just glad Kyurem-Black got the kill. I should have preserved Kyurem-Black. I don't know why I sacked it off. That might cost us our first Wi-Fi battle on the channel. We're going to go for Dark Pulse right here, and hopefully just knock him out right now. And, well, we're obviously not going to knock him out, but ideally we get a flinch, and then we can knock him out the following turn. If we can flinch this thing once, and then flinch the Chansey once, so we should be good to go. But if he breaks through right here and goes right for the Giga Drain, he might just win. But he doesn't have a Dark Pulse switch in at this point in the match. Slacking will take 2. I'm pretty sure Greninja outspeeds Scarf Slacking. So we go for the Dark Pulse. Come on, Greninja, flinch. He goes for Spore. Okay, now he's gonna, I guess, Synthesis? Or Giga Drain. Giga Drain, probably. Alright, so we're gonna go out into our Victini now. And we have to try to get rid of this thing. And I think we have to try to crit through Chansey now, but we should be good to go, assuming Chansey doesn't get a recover up. It's going to come down to that, as I said multiple times now. I love seeing Greninja's eyes closed like that. It looks kind of funny. I kind of want to see Amoonguss's eyes closed. But we'll get in our Victini right here, and then we'll see what he wants to do to respond. Because I just clicked Blue Flare. Blue Flare should 2-hit KO the Chansey after rocks from the range it's at, so that should not be too much of an issue. And honestly, Scarf Blue Flare might just win the match for us. Because did we get a hit off on Slacking earlier? I don't believe we did. So we get in Victini right here. Hopefully he just went for a Giga Drain. He switched out. Chansey. He went Slacking. Slacking. Oh, do we knock you out? We have to try. And we are odd HP on our Mon right here, so we should be good to go. We go for Blue Flare right here. Obviously V-Create's the standard on the physical set, but let's see what we can do right here. Blue Flare should get this thing knocked out right now, and he does not have a switch in. Amoonguss will go down, Chansey will go down at the range it's at, Xatu will get 2-hit KO'd, and Medicham will get knocked out. So, come on, Victini, knock this thing out. This is a max special attack Blue Flare, and... ah, come on. And he goes for the Pursuit, and I think that's going to seal up the deal. I don't think we have a chance now. Scarf Pursuit right there. Obviously, Scarf Slacking is going to do us in. And with the Greninja asleep, I don't think we have a chance. We're gonna go Landorus-T on the off chance that we can. Well, Slacking does upon entry now, which is great, but other than that, I don't think we have a lot going for us. We get pointed stones dug into us, and the Slacking is actually going to outspeed us right now because I'm assuming it was the Choice Scarf set. We're going to go right here for the Earthquake, and hopefully he doesn't go hard Zatu. He should just stand right here because this thing dies to the hazards, but man, Chansey on our first Wi-Fi battle, that's unfortunate. Yeah, he's actually Truanting, obviously. I completely forgot about Truant, but at least we got this knockout right here, which is cool, and curious to see what he tries to bring out next. Probably Medicham, and probably just win the match with that, I would assume. I think Medicham's just going to sweep right now. Because we get Leftovers recovery, which is cool, but unfortunately when we switch back into Rocks, Medicham's going to outspeed, so maybe I need Magearna to take the hit from the Medicham then. That's pretty much what it's going to come down to. Come on, Landorus, I need to do some work. He does go Medicham, and I think this Nun's is about to win the match for him. I don't think we had the matchup this time. We should have, if we were Physical Scarf Victini with V-Create, that maybe could have pulled something off, but right here, I just have to go Greninja and hope he chokes and goes for a Fake Out. But he should Ice Punch right here. Well, actually, Ice Punch works too, and if we get a first turn Wake, actually, I don't think we've burnt sleep turns yet. Yeah, we definitely haven't burnt a sleep turn. So we get in Greninja, and he goes for the Fake Out. And we'll see what exactly coverage he wants to go for right now. He might just Thunder Punch. I mean, he might just go for High Jump Kick or Thunder Punch. He could switch out into Chansey and try to see if we want to get the first turn Wake. But that would be a pretty big choke, because if we do get the Wake and we flinch him, yeah, he's just going to stay in, which is his best play overall. And he's going to go for the High Jump Kick. We do avoid it. That's game-changing. Because if we can wake up right now, then we have a chance in the match. Come on. Wake up, Greninja. If we wake up right now, I think we win. Come on. Nope. We needed to miss another one. High Jump Kick. He does connect it, and unfortunately, whatever little chance we had right there, that's just going to knock us out. And I think that's going to be it, because sure, we can send a Magearna right now and hope we live, but actually, Magearna is so low, never mind. We can go out into Magearna right here. We just have to hope he misses another attack, and we knock him out somehow. I mean, maybe if we can Iron Head flinch the Chansey down and he misses right here. Might play as Fleur Cannon. Come on, miss an attack. Just for the fun. Bring it down to a 3-0. That would be chill, but let's see what exactly he wants to do right here. Really well built team on his part. I like the goes for High Jump Kick. He does connect it, and Medicham is going to do some work. Medicham did a ton of work when he recorded with it on Showdown, so not surprised it's doing a ton of work right now. And we're going to send in Landorus, and I think that's going to officially seal up the deal because he still has that Amoonguss to Spore, and he can't break Sleep Claws right now because my Mon died, so sure, we can send in Landorus right here, but unfortunately, he's just going to Ice Punch right here, I think. We'll go for Earthquake, and Ice Punch should seal up the deal right now. Had we gotten the first turn Wake, at the second turn Wake right there, we would have won. Honestly, I think High Jump Kick was a choke, but he's going to go for the Ice Punch, and that's going to seal it up. So he's going to pick up us a nice 4-0 victory over us. Obviously, like I said a ton of times now, had we woken up with Greninja, that would have been it, but obviously we got super lucky with the High Jump Kick miss anyway. But that's going to be it, so as you can see, he wins 4-0. Chansey was really what held us back. Had he gone for that Soft Boil instead of the Taunt, instead of the Seismic Toss on our Koko, maybe we would have had a chance in that match. I will save the battle video, but yeah, that's going to be the first Wi-Fi battle on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed, despite the fact that it was pretty much just him dominating for the last bit of that match right there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you guys want to battle me, be sure to go ahead and check out the description. Check out my Discord, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.